We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped. The featured player's win streak has been stopped. The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
Here comes a new challenger.
We currently have a player. We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Still slugging it out here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Well-timed corner switch. All right, what's coming up next? They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. Holds a smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 1 experiencing burnout. KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Immediate jumper. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. The super armor does its job. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Medium kick. A quick breather. They were expecting that drive impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive damage. Very slick with the combo. Goes low. Player 1 finds the target. Barely blocks the jump in. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 1 is the last fighter standing. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Sneaks in above. Sticks the combo. The low kick connects. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. The drive impact. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 2 chases them down. Light lead opens up. Decides to meet them in the air. Blocks the low heavy. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Knockdown and to come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Shows a medium kick. Combo with the target combo. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 hits him with a stop and bomb. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Is this gonna kill? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in. Scores a big punish counter with that opening drive impact shot. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Jinrai kick pumps the brakes on the impact. This is gonna hurt. Rushes that off and keeps going. Dragon Lash. Oh, snipe. They've got him out at low heavy. Getting up close and personal. There's a drive impact. Turn down. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back. What a finish! Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Connects with medium kick. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Parries the attack and taking stock. Combo with the target combo. Neither of them willing to back off here. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can intercept. Slick anti-air finish. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. Holds out with the block. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. They were right to be on guard there. Player experiencing burnout. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Jumps. Zones with the fireball. Shoryuken. Jumps up. Solid anti-air. Player Shippo Jinrai doing the business. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Went for the chip kill. Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Rising uppercut! This is it! This is it! This is it!
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
This is it!
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The cross-up's good. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Well-timed command throw there. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player 1 takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Big KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will this impact things? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 got completely shut out that round. Can they make a comeback? Neither of them willing to back off here. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. What'll happen here? Rushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Not much life difference. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Both fighters are out of drive. Mike, they're going for the super arm. This Dragon Last Flame could be big. There's a change of sides. Jump! This can lead to some big damage. This is a critical moment. Wraps it up with a throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The drive impact doesn't work. Shrugs that off. Using the target combo as a filler. Player 2 with slick drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? With super low heavy, but no go. Impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. Super to show up what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Blue Shin Ninja Star Sun. This is how the Blue Shin Ryu roll. Okay, here we go. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Wow, Saturn waiting for this opening. Hits that with confidence. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. The super connects. Protect your neck. Wow, reads the counterattack. The jump throws. What's next? They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? They are done! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The first round begins. Brushes that off and keeps going. Jumps. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Knockdown. No good up high. Jump in finds the mark. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. All right. The impact gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Checks with the projectile. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Get right in there. Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good, brushes that off and keeps going. Throws them. What's next? It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Closing moments of the match. Hold your breath. This is gonna be bad for KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. Shows a medium kick. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. They were right to be on guard there. They're going for the super arc. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Were they baiting them into that? Took them to the looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Sending that meter like it's nobody's business. Counting on the super to do the job. Knockdown and... yes! Drive impact for the win. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this fight. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Gets the combo. Good job escaping that dangerous knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Tajiri? Perfection. Perfect read with the drive parry. The parry. Ooh, what a smart throw. What now? Jump. Close that off. Connects with the throw. Player tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. No more. Protect your neck. This burns out. This is out the cage right there. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Are you kidding me? Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Anti-air in this one. The drive impact is denied. Hits him with a stop and pop. Box him with a target combo. Player 1 has the life advantage. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. What's the play here? Player 1 chased down to the wire. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Taking stock. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Get some. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Hold your breath. Digs in deep to get that drive impact. A drive impact. Player 1, burnout activates. Side switch in the corner. Gets out of the corner. Both fighters are out of drive. Uses the gauge for a super art. Confirms the Bushin Ninja Star stun. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Jumps up, all the throw connects. Here comes the corner, the low kick hits. Throws them. What now? Now they can use drive. Holy! Hit that with confidence. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. The move whiffs, and they get nailed with a punish counter. That should teach them you can't just throw out moves. Player 2 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. Now they get pushed into the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. The super heats it up with a combo into super. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. Knockdown. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for the KO. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shoots off a fireball up close. That drive impact doesn't get through. Throws them. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Player 2 has the meter lead. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Their spacing is so on point right now. But smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. They were expecting that drive impact. Gets them with the anti-air. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 gets tagged by the fireball. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Tensho kick. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Jump! Leads the throw into stages. Gotta do better than that. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. They're in range. The low block. Poses them with a kick. Player 1 has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink of over in a flash. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
The featured player's win streak has been stopped. The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
Here comes a new challenger.
Ho ho, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Denies the attack and... now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. All right. Puts one in the pocket. Did well to get the buff in there. The Fuha's stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Brushes off the impact. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Gets the knockdown and now experiencing burnout. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. The low heavy connected? Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jinrai kick for a mix-up. The jump-in is denied. Decides to with a super art connect. Goes for the super art. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player one will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Side hustle, flushes that off and keeps going. Dashes. The low heavy is denied. Blocks the impact. Player one needs to use the front of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side shot. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Knockdown and... Player 2 holds it, drives it back, misses! Closing move connects with the throw! Both sides get... This is gonna hurt! A wrench, what a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. And the tension in at the ready. Close that off. Jinrai kick from, oh my god, they just choked it up. Handle with care. You can't drop drive attacks. Taking chunks out of each other here. Knew the throw was coming. Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Amazing. Pose with the kick. Good decision with that throw. Player nothing stops this train. Player one burns out. What now? Drives it back, misses. Player two can't use. Ooh, crushes the shin. Quick dash Tatsu. Throw tech. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. The next touch may decide this round. Low heavy with authority. Player two has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The low kick hits. Low heavy. Pops him with a shorty. Denies the jump in. They just said, get that jump in out of here. All right. That drive impact is blocked. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. All right, what's coming up next? Player two chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Blocking that drive in KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Was looking for that jump attack. Decides to buff up while they can. Good job blocking. Hits them with a stopping pop. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Big throws. Going in. Player two has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Both fight. Burnout activates. Wrist knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Connects with the throw. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Life lead is there, but still anyone get what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Blocks the low kick. Excellent block. Goes air to air. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2 blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Oh, the throw connects. Player 1 impact squashed. Using the impact to shave off some of their drive damage. Player 2 needs to win. Turns out. Ooh, you solid anti-air. Player 2 is in burnout. Clowns them from above. They're in range. We got the low kick hits. Connects with the throw. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, they just closes it out. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things, but that brushes that off and keeps going. G-Drive kick for a mix-up. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Big, low, reaching heavy. Reads their mind and texts a throw. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 chases them down. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Experiencing burnout. The Dragon Last KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Can they keep on? Blocks the low heavy. Player 1 was kept on their toes all round. Didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Knockdown and... burnout activates. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. They're going for the super art. Shifu Jinrai doing the business. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. They return to center stage. So, what's next? The drive impact doesn't work. Oh, block the... They're recovered. Wow, sat and waited for this open. Puts the fear of goddess. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Besides that excellent block. Jumps. A parry. Baits out the low kick. Blocks the low kick. Low heavy, but no go. Player 1 needs to take it back. Hits the drive. Clutch, anti-air. The low kick hits. Cross that off. Yes, sir. More damage, please. Both avoiding the wall like an impact. Squat. Finds the target. Shoots their shot. Player tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attacks. What are they? Anti-air in the cut. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Knocked them out of the air. Player's knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Oh, yo! Rock super hit. Excellent read. Party time. Catches them in the full-hot storm. Well, that's a bit. Are you kidding me? Player 2 is going to be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
The featured player's win streak has been stopped. The featured player's win streak has been stopped. We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
Rising uppercut.
Here comes comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Pressuring them in the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. All right. Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Amazing read to flash the parry just in time to catch the attack. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. In a dire situation. They can't afford any mistakes. Had the burnout activate, and that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps up. The super armor does its job. That combo did deep. They were right to be on guard there. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Both fighters planning something? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. A super armor. This dragging last flame could be big. Both sides getting ready. Overhead attack. Pumps the brakes on the impact. The drive impact doesn't work. What's that off? Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. What's next? Jump! Holy! Put the fear of God in. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Goes in with the drive impact to start. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Decides to buff up while they can. The combo's there. What's going to follow the combo? Denies the attack and there's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. A drive impact. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. In a dive. Burnout activates. Burns the bar to unleash the storm. Well aware of the life in meters. Really good decision making. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Now, can they finish the... Ooh! Lands a punish counter for the first hit. That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Hits him with a stop and pop. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Side switch in the corner. Steals back a chance. Oh no, they're stunned. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on in there. We're tied up at 1 round each. Do these two have anything up their sleeve for the final round? Dashes forward. A parry? Big connects with the throw. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Impact counter! Oh, that's so sick. Player more fuel to the fire. Hook them up. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this cage. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Player 1, ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. Oh, here we go. Oh my, the throw tech. Turns out. Dangerous range here. Now they can use drive. Both sides get and whips. They're wide open. What a finish. Player 1 really has to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Medium kick. Goes for the jump in. The low doesn't connect. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Goes for the throw. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. All right, what's coming up next? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Getting into the end game now, it's getting to get some. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. G-right kick for a mix-up. Solid blocking. That was tricky. Still scrapping for control of the space. Hits them with a stop and pop. Not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Drive impact misses. Oh, they're in the corner looking to impress with this super. That's not gonna hit. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. They gotta dig down deep. Break through with the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starts an excellent block. Brushes that off and keeps going. Very slick with the combo. Bumps while they're blinking. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Impact squashed. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Drops them. Close range projectile. Turns out. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Amazing. Nothing stops this train. Player 1, the low kick hits. Low heavy, but no go. Clutch, anti-air. Okay, here we go. Baits out the low kick. Uses their drive gauge. They were sitting on their lead, but this chops off the tank and scores the win. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
The featured player's win streak has been stopped. We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped. Player on a winning streak. We currently have a player. your patronage. The featured player's win streak has been stopped. We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets a good read on their opponent. Gets through the opening. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punch counter. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Oh! Will that drive impact get punished? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Did well to get the buff in there. Decides to buff up while they can. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be they're going for the super art. They need to rely on their instincts here. Just goes for it at this KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Punish is there with the drive impact, really laying on the pressure. Jumps up, blocks the impact. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Quick breather. Bumps up. Saihasho, gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Do they have enough drive gauge? Saihasho experiencing burnout. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Going in? Shows a medium kick. Solid anti-air. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Immediate jump. Hit them with a stop and bomb. Yoshinrai? We're just getting started. Sees the overhead coming. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. The drive impact doesn't work. Player one, the low. Amazing. Raw super art incoming. Player one is in burnout state. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, here we go. This is gonna hurt. Taking chunks out of each other here. Great job in escaping that corner. Burns out. But now they can use drive. Finds the target. No! Bend off the wall! Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Player two is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Jumps up. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Decides to buff up while they can. The impact gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. All right, what's coming up next? Absorbs the attack and fires back. No more drive gauge. Life lead opens up. Oh, easy tech. Get some. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Uses the pair. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Hits them with a stop and bop. The Tenderin hits home. Jumps. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. They're backed up into the corner. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of front side switch. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. They're spacing. They're going for the super art. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive. Now they can use drive. Big drive gets raw. Super art incoming. The drive gauge is... This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Flatline zone. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Oh, says no to the impact. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Nothing but air for the impact. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Taking stock. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Nails the anti-air. Knockdown. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. One chance here may end this match. Overdrive art. Jumps in. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. From up above. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Hits them with a stop and bop. Burnout activates. Going in, Clint digs in deep to get that drive. KO! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Did well to get the buff in there. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Saw that low heavy coming. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. Knockdown. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Life lead opens up. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump-in is denied. The low doesn't connect. decides to buff up. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. What'll happen here? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Hit them with a stopping block. Target combo with all the throw connects. Amazing. They're in range. We gonna see a jump it? Gotta do better than that. Goes up above. Crowns them from above. They gotta take baits out the low kick. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. A jump? Drive hit them with a drive impact. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Gets them with the anti-air. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. The super armor does its job. Oh! Pressuring them in the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. Time to do some damage after that wall splat. Knockdown. Sticks the combo. Well-timed corner switch. That drive impact doesn't get through. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Parries the attack. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Does a good job of pushing back. Life lead opens up. Experiencing burnout. So little life left. Tenzin Ring hits home. Sneaks in the throw. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Gets a risky buff in. The jump in is denied. Great work finding the opening. Did well to get the buff in there. Smart play with the throw. Player two has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Knockdown and both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is the time to believe. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Drives and back misses. Always uses the gauge for a super arm. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Player two, flipping the script with a turnaround super. Gets out of there with the backdash. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of health remaining. Player one is working with a best clutch anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Throws them. Amazing. Player two with the rhythm, owning that space. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player one still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Oh my God, they just choked it up. The low block. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? The drive impact doesn't work. What a finish. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped. The featured player's win streak has been stopped. We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. featured player's win streak has been stopped.
This is it!
We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. We currently have a player on a winning streak. The featured player's win streak has been stopped.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? No heavy. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. All right, neither of them willing to back off. Just down to the wire. Burnout is triggered. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps up, KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Nails the anti-air. Flushes that off and keeps going. Box him with a target combo. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. They're going for the super art? Are we gonna see a comeback here? Flatlines up. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Did well to get the buff in there. Gets the jump in. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? All right. Strikes back with the drive impact. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Will this decision pay off for them? Sees it coming and blocks it out. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Blocks the low KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Gets the parry in, and adds some pressure. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. All right, what's coming up next? Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Good awareness on the shot. Uses the gauge for a super art. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Knock throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Now they can use drive. A quick breather. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Brushes that off and keeps going. Breaks the block with a throw. Buffs while they're blinking. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Oh, they changed sides. There's the burnout. Wreck them. Player 2 with the rhythm. Oh, wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Excellent read. No, stunned off the wall. Oh, stun. Bad news is on the way. Loads up a bump. Oh, yo, Ross, super here. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Still can't find a way up anti-air in the clutch. Player 2 is a there recovered. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. What a finish! Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Jump? Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 1 chases them down. Has some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 down to the wire. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Strings it all together. I can't keep track of these corner switches. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Where is their opening? Dashes! Grabs them. Taking stock. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fire. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Blocks the low heavy. A parry? Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Does a good job of pushing back. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Meter management is going to be a huge factor right now. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive recovers. A quick breather. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Throws a fireball. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Player 1 reads the jump-in perfectly. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal pops them hard? They're in range. We gonna see a jump-in? Except they're going for the super art? A jump? In there! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. A parry? Throws them to negate the block. Left off a projectile to waste time. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Next up, these two fighters are perfectly synced. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Did well to get the bust in there. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Gets the knockdown, and now pokes with a medium kick. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 1 will have to fight that perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Air money don't make no money. Spends it all for the Shinryu Ripper. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can hit them with a stop and pop? Player 2 experiencing burnout. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Gets a risky buck in. Finds the target. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Super KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for Nationals. It's time to go all in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The low is denied. Pressuring them in the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage, not having the crossover. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Dashes forward. Gets out of there with the backdash. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Their will to win is really being tested here. Gets carried to the corner. In there. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Blocks the jump in. Goes for the throw. Steps in for the throw. What's the play here? Player two has the life lead. Backs them into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Knockdown. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Spot on blocking. The super armor does its job. Bops him with a target combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Takes the chance to hurt him. Grabs him. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Sneaks in the throw. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Can't tech the throw. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player two will brushes that off and keeps going. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Scrapping it out up close. A super arm? KO. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. A brave forward jump there to start. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Wow, shut down. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. All right. That drive impact is blocked. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Decides to buff up while they can. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Knockdown. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Life lead KO. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Brushes off the impact. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. But hits them with a stop and bop. How is this round going to develop? Still slugging it out at this range. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Triple Jinrai hit. Good damage option there. A quick breather. Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Clutch anti-air. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Manage. Now they can use drive. Excellent block. Jumps in. Impact. Squash. Big gauge difference here, and both fighters are almost gotta do better than that. Wait, Final round. The real fight starts now. That's a bit of OD spice there. Who's going to speak? They were right to be on guard there. Experiencing burnout. Keeping them away. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Throws them. Both sides getting ready. Ugh, this is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Great job in escaping that quota. Wouldn't Super Art do anything? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.